Go the Cowboys!
Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League talking about all the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh yeah! Fuck! See him at the top. Fucking oath! 6 in a row, baby. 6 in a row. Holy fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and I couldn't be in a better mood. Cowboys, 6 wins in a row. We get the preliminary final revenge after last year's Mitchell Moses disgusting forward pass, which robbed us the chance of the grand final. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the win. Cowboys 24, Eels 16. What a phenomenal game of football. I was so disappointed with our last 15 minutes of that game. But you know what? Super Saturday was entertaining as hell today, and I'm joined by Cody Games PlayStation. How are you, Cody?
Yeah, I'm going very well, Nick. I can see that you're very, very pumped after the Cowboys win, but was a entertaining Super Saturday and a bit of an upset for the second game as well.
Oh, yeah. What about the Knights over the Storm down in Newcastle? Wow.
Who saw that coming?
Didn't see that coming. Didn't see
that happening.
I did have a gut feeling about Newcastle, but I just didn't want to embrace it. And the other game, the game that I attended earlier today, Roosters 36, Titans 18. Wow, the Roosters, where the hell has that been all year for them? They've been so disappointing for the whole season, really. But today they actually showed what they're all about. About time they showed up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's been so long since they've been.
Hello to the live chat. I hope you guys are all doing well on this beautiful Saturday night. Welcome to the Saturday football review for round 21 of the NRL. What a crazy old Super Saturday. Hello to everyone that's in the chat now. We're going to go through it. Hello to Viking King, Jason Reader, Jeffrey, Devils _ Cy, Luke Melbourne Storm fan who was at the Melbourne Storm Knights game. He's obviously not in a good mood. Hello to Jim. Saw Jim at the game as well. I got him in the vlog. The Titans Roosters vlog will be out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. It's a very nice vlog. Featuring Jim the Chooks fan and Hainsey as well. So that'll be out tomorrow at some stage. Hello to William Pearson. Hello to the other Will. Hello to Devils _ Cy. Hello to everyone. Mike, Harley, hello. Hope you're all well. Sorry if I missed out on anyone. I'm just trying to get to the chat. All right. Super Saturday. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. I do have a headache. I did drive back from the Gold Coast practically straight after the game. I did have a few delays, actually, on getting back to Lismore. I walked in my back door, Cody, at 7:31. The Cowboys game was at 7:35, so I got back just in time. So I had to push it to get back on time, but luckily I made it. Now, I will be honest, I didn't see a lot of the Knights and Storm game. Obviously, I had the game on in the car as I was driving home, but obviously I only had so much access while I was driving back from the Gold Coast, so didn't see a lot of it. But, fuck. What a Super Saturday. You know what? Let's go back to the first game. Titans and Roosters, the game I attended. up on the Gold Coast. Roosters 36-18. Now, the Roosters led 30-0. Oh, Cody, I know you didn't see a lot of it as well, but when you saw the Roosters were up 30-0, what was your reaction to that?
Yeah, that complete surprise. They have not been like that at all for most of this year. Bit of a shock, but good on them. Putting those pathetic Gold Coast morons down as they should be.
Someone just said, "Spun the traffic." Yeah, that was a little bit of it. Trust me, I went through it. Yeah, look, bro. At half time, Roosters 30-0. I was in shock. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, obviously, it was a very important game for the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast needed to win to keep their finals hopes alive. Well, I think you can put a pen for the Titans. I think they're done for the season. But the Roosters, I put a red pen for them after that Canberra game at Allianz. And obviously, they have lost a few games ever since that. But fuck, maybe there's still a chance for the game.
Yeah, they definitely are after that performance, but they went off after half-time. But they knew they've won the game at that point. But we have to wait to see how they go against Brisbane next week.
That's a huge game on Thursday night, the Broncos and the Roosters. You'd think the Broncos would win, but the Roosters, they're not gonna go down without a fight, man. The Roosters, obviously, they did very well today. And the second half was a bit flat. The second half was really flat. But their first half, the Roosters' first half was outstanding. The Gold Coast got a couple of late tries there in that last 15 minutes or so, but it didn't even matter. The Roosters were just far too good for them, and the performance of James Tedesco was outstanding. Lindsay Collins had a big game. Everyone for the Roosters, they all stood up. I thought in the back rowers, Egan and Nat Butcher were outstanding. So, a well-deserved win for the Roosters. But, mate, where do the Gold Coast go from here, bro? Because for me, Jaden Campbell's their fullback. They got to find a new spot for Brimson, man, because the last few weeks, Jaden Campbell has been outstanding for the Gold Coast at fullback. Today, he comes off the bench. Didn't look the same at all, did he?
No, he wasn't.
No. So, they got to find Jaden Campbell at fullback and get Brimson the fullback or not fullback, but the 5'8" or something. I don't know what they're going to do, but Jaden Campbell needs to be starting for the Gold Coast. But look, the Roosters, well-deserved win, dominant, not much more to say, but do you think that's it for the Titans season?
Yeah, they're done. I mean, a big game against you blokes, Cowboys next week. You easily kill them.
I'll be there. I'll be at the game. I've already got my tickets. Looking forward to that. But anyway, what on the Roosters? My player of the game, Cody, I'm going to go with Lindsay Collins. I thought he was outstanding. But who's your player of the game?
Yeah, I'll definitely go Lindsay Collins. Played a very outstanding game today.
Yeah, Tedesco probably very close as well. All right, let's move on to the Knights and Storm game now. I want all the viewers to understand that me and Cody didn't see a lot of this. I only saw bits of it. Newcastle over Melbourne. Now, this was a weird old game for me, bro, because Melbourne, they were out to a 12-0 lead earlier. They looked really strong. Then Newcastle just went nuts. They obviously scored that try for Dominic Young to make it, I think it was 12-4 Melbourne. And then Newcastle scored 3 tries in the space of 6 minutes to lead 18-12 at half time. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, same here. And Knights have, going into the game, they lost their last 11 against Melbourne. And the way they were playing that first half, for after Melbourne led 12-0, yeah, I thought, yep, another 13 plus, but no, Newcastle, showed some heart and led at half time, which was a surprise.
Well, see, they got it back to 18-10, I think it was. Oh, what was it? 12-10, the Knights. They were down 12-10. And then Tarek Sims decides to do something so stupid, ends up in the sin bin. Newcastle score 2 more tries before half time. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Newcastle are in front and Melbourne are in all sorts.
Yes, that's very unusual from Melbourne, especially that they are a top 4 team at the moment.
Well, they're in trouble now because look at the top 4. The Raiders, the Sharks, and the Cowboys are all one game from the top 4. It's crazy how close it is.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
definitely is.
But this win for Newcastle, it keeps that season alive. There's still a chance on making the 8. And obviously, Cody, I know you're a big Souths man, but, mate, you must be worried about Newcastle. They're right on your tail now.
Yeah, they are. Are they on 23 points now?
No, I think they're on more than that. Hang on. Oh, yeah, Newcastle on 23, yeah.
Yeah, they're only 1 point behind the Eels and the Rabbits.
Yeah, well, the Cowboys are now in the 7th on the ladder, which is massive. Massive. Yeah, look, Newcastle, look, a very good win from them. Very good win. Melbourne have got some issues to sort out, man. I think Craig Bellamy will be really disappointed with that. I reckon he might have went off at the press conference or went off at the team and sprayed them because that was poor from Melbourne.
Yeah, definitely was. That don't see Melbourne like that very often, especially against a team who easily beaten.
The players that I saw who were good, like I thought Caleb Ponga was outstanding for Newcastle. I thought Tyson Frizzell and Fitzgibbon were very good in the back row for the Knights. I thought Jackson Hastings at halfback was really good, controlled the game quite well. Newcastle were just brilliant. So for me, my player of the game from Knights and Storm, I'm going to give it to Caleb Ponga. Thought he was terrific.
Yeah, give it to Caleb Ponga as well. I just wish he had not missed all those conversions as well.
Yeah, seems to be a problem with fucking Caleb Ponga. He's kicking 2 from 5. Unbelievable. Anyway, well done to the Knights. On to the next game. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you Cowboys. 6 wins in a row. We now go to 7th on the ladder. We will stay 7th over the weekend regardless because we just beat Parramatta and South Sydney obviously were beaten last night. So Cowboys into 7th on the ladder, which is massive. The Cowboys, like, we were outstanding for most of this game. Just a couple of dumb errors from us in key parts of the game. And I thought, our last 10 minutes, I guess we were just fatigued. We looked really tired in that last 10 minutes. Everyone was just tired. But what'd you make of the Cowboys win over the Eels, Cody? What'd you make of the game?
Yeah, very predictable win. But, yeah, I didn't expect the last 10 minutes to see the Eels come back and score 2 tries and to possibly even ruin this celebration.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, look, I'm not going to lie. I know everyone's like, oh, Parramatta could have stolen it at the end. It was fucking never in doubt. Like Twitter, mate, I've been on Twitter for this whole Cowboys-Eels game. People on Twitter are completely just the brain dead clowns. Honestly, they are so clueless on Twitter. They were having a big whinge about the Semi Valame try where they reckon it was Ford. I'm like, no, fuck you. Mitchell Moses in the prelim final was much worse than that. Cry me a river. But you know what? This was a huge win. This is a huge win for us. First of all, revenge from last year's prelim final was on the mind. Second of all, we're now inside the top 8. And third, we have won 6 games in a row. We have come from nowhere. We look gone mid-season, round 12, round 13. We looked absolutely gone. I think we were 3-8. I think we're now 11-8 or something. What are we now? 11-8?
Yeah, 11-8.
11-8. Like, mate, we've come from nowhere.
Yes. It's not a second-year syndrome, as everyone pointed out back in round 11 and 12.
Yeah. Now, for the Cowboys, try scorers tonight. Peter Hickey scored the first try of the game on the back of Tom Dearden. Valame got 2. Drinkwater got one as well. And for Parramatta, tries to Sean Russell and a Mitchell Moses double. I was disappointed with our last 10 minutes, but I'm not worried. I'm just glad we got the 2 points. And now we move on to the Titans next week up at the Gold Coast, which is a game that I think we should beat the Gold Coast next week. I'll be very upset and disappointed if we don't.
Yeah, you should easily beat them next week. I mean, it's guaranteed.
What'd you make of the Valentine Holmes big shot on Mitchell Moses? I've got an opinion on it, but I want your view on it first, Cody. Do you think the sin bin was fair? What's your take on the Val Holmes big shot?
Well, very tough to say for that one, but I don't think it was the right call.
You don't think it was the right call?
No.
Look, my problem with it is everyone's going to say it was a high shot, blah, blah, blah. And okay, maybe he did get him a little bit higher than normal, but for the bunker to say it was a forceful hit was just ridiculous. He was just running out of the line, putting on a big shot. Unfortunately, sometimes they just don't go to plan. Val Holmes did get sin bin, which I thought was tough. For me, knowing how the NRL judiciary works, knowing how they fucking work, Val Holmes will most likely get a 2-week suspension, which I don't think he should. But I'm expecting tomorrow morning to be waking up and I'm going to be hearing Val Holmes is going to miss 2 weeks, most likely.
Yeah, that would really suck because he's been one of your best players this year.
Look, honestly, even if he does get suspended for a few weeks, we'll be fine. Next man up. Kyle Felt's the 18th man. If I don't go with Kyle Felt, you got Zach Labour, who played in the centres a few times this year and didn't do a thing wrong, and he was very good as well. And there was a bit of a worry to Jeremiah Nanai. He went off with a bit of a shoulder problem. I'm not sure how bad it is, but again, next man up. Fini Fuiaki comes in, does the job. If he doesn't do the job, then you can always put Ruben Cotter on the edge and start with Granville or Tamalolo. It's just next man up for us. It's not about one man for us. We're not a one-man team. It's about next man up and who will do the job. But look, I think Holmes will probably get suspended. I hope not, but I think he will.
No, fair enough. He didn't deserve it, but fair enough.
But I'll tell you what my problem is, right? If you're going to fucking sin bin Val Holmes for that high shot, then why wasn't Sean Lane sin bin for his one? And why wasn't Ryan Madison sin bin for the hip drop on Luciano Leilua? Hip drops have been sin bins for most of the season. Madison's hip drop on Leilua was terrible. Why wasn't he in this fucking sin bin?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Bunkers all over the place with all these ridiculous calls sometimes.
No consistency. The boxing kangaroo says, how good is it having Tamalolo off the bench? The impact is enormous. It really is. It's huge impact. Huge impact. And I think Griffin Neame failed a HIA, so I don't know if he can play next week. I'm not sure how that all goes, but lucky for us, we got good depth in the forward, so we'll be fine. But Parramatta, mate, Parramatta had so many opportunities, man. The fact that they didn't score when they had the 13-on-12 advantage when Val was binned, that really hurt Parramatta, in my opinion, Cody.
Yeah, it definitely did. Whenever there's one player short, you always got to take advantage of it, but they didn't.
They didn't do it. They failed to capitalize on their opportunities there, Parramatta, and they threw a lot at us in that second half, but they just couldn't get over the line. Our defense was holding up. Our defense was very good. I'm a little bit disappointed with our defense in the last 10 minutes, but I guess fatigue just got the better of us there, and we sort of dropped our guard a little bit. But I'm just glad that we got the 2 points, and now we move on to the Titans next week up at the Gold Coast, which I'll be attending and obviously doing a vlog. But Parramatta, man, do you think they'll be okay? Like, I know they're 8th at the moment. They've got Melbourne next week, who, after what happened to Melbourne tonight, I wouldn't want to play bloody Melbourne, man. But What do you think about next week? Parramatta.
Para. Yeah, I think they're going to lose to Melbourne next week in Melbourne.
Yeah, jeez. Well, South will go in the 8th because you guys got the Tigers. You won't have a problem with the Tigers.
Oh, if we lose to them, what am I going to do?
Mate, you lose to the Tigers, you might as well just throw the fucking season in, honestly.
Yep, chuck my computer out.
Yeah, chuck something out. Fuck. But anyway, Cody, who's your player of the game from the Cowboys and Eels game tonight? Who's your man of the match?
Yeah, very tough, but I've got to give it to Scotty Drinkwater once again. He played outstanding tonight.
Yeah, me too. I can't disagree with you there. Scott Drinkwater once again, outstanding performance. Scored a brilliant try on the back of Chad Townsend, setting them up for Semi Valame. Like, Drinkwater's having a great season, man. This might sound biased, but this is just how I see it at the moment. Scott Drinkwater's the best fullback in the game at the moment. I just can't deny that opinion.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He's definitely up there. Definitely a top 5 fullback for 2023.
Between Drinkwater, Reece Walsh, and Dylan Edwards, they're probably the best 3 fullbacks in the NRL at the moment. I just think what Drinkwater's done the last 6 to 8 weeks has been outstanding, and he's just been outstanding. I think I spoke about it on the podcast the other night, Cody. And Drinkwater's a massive shot for the Dally M, man. Massive shot.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Definitely is. Absolutely. All right, Cody, mate. Well, that's going to wrap up the review, my friend. Thanks for coming on tonight, bro. And all the best to South Sydney next week against the West Tigers down at Tamworth.
Yeah, no worries, Nick. Thanks for having me on once again. It's been fun. It's always enjoyed to always come on to review, regardless of what night it is. And I hope we beat the Tigers next week to keep ourselves within the top 8.
Well, all the best, mate. And obviously, we got the Gold Coast next week up at Seabus Super Stadium in Robina there. Hopefully, the Cowboys win 69+. And just continue winning away. Oh, mate, I'm fucking pumped for it already. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the review. If you enjoyed tonight's live stream, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Cody Games PlayStation if you haven't already as well. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And I'm going to go and relax now. And I'm going to watch the Super League at 11:30, actually. Challenge Cup semi-final, Saints against Lee Leopards. But anyway, have a good night, everyone. And go the Cowboys.